The Starry Knights Treasure Track is the 11th season of Treasure Track in Prodigy, based around the Starlight Fest that came shortly after it. This treasure track has been out for a while, and in fact it's almost come to a close, but it's introduced a whole group of new and returning pets to the game, and you might be trying to figure out which ones are good for your team. So today, I'll be ranking every pet in the Starry Knights Treasure Track to see which one is the best. I'll be basing this list on what makes these pets so good, their hidden strengths, important stats, and the best spell combinations that make them truly powerful right now. Another big thing I'll be basing this off of is accessibility, or whether they are able to be used by every player, whether free to play or not. The only thing I have to point out before we get into this is that I'll be ranking these pets as themselves individually. So say for example a pet like Squally was on this list, I won't rank Tempest or Flurious, just Squally, but I'll still keep in mind if the pet is worth investing in if it has really good evolutions. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which pets to go for, how to build your teams with them, and ultimately how to start winning more in Prodigy. And if this ranking was at all helpful to you, do me a huge favor and boop the like button, and maybe hit the subscribe button while you're down there too. It doesn't take long and it really helps out the channel. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Starting off at number 6, we have Shadow Puff, the first evolution of Shadow Flash. This is a pet that sadly isn't really that good. Since this pet is a first evolution, not only does it have 3 of 4 spells, it's also at level 20, so it's really lackluster at best. 2 of Shadow Puff's spells are actually pretty useless and occupy valuable pet slots. One is a healing spell and the other is a random, leaving Darkness as the only reliable spell available, and that's an AoE. I'm not saying that Shadow Puff is a terrible pet, but the other pets on this list are leagues better in comparison in terms of spells and stats. Coming in at number 5 is Burnute, the first evolution of Embershed. One of the main reasons that Burnute is really low on my list is because it also has the same problem as Shadow Puff. It can only go up to level 20 since it's a first evolution, meaning it can't have high stats. Plus at level 20, Burnute has 2 spells, which yes is less than Shadow Puff, but both of Burnute's spells are actually super reliable in comparison to Shadow Puff's 1, giving Burnute a slight edge. Embershed, which is the max evolution for Burnute, is a great pet to have as well, and I definitely recommend it over Shadow Flash, the max evolution for Shadow Puff, who still keeps a healing spell, which is why Burnute is a little higher. Coming in at number 4, we have Faye, the first evolution of Cerazeg. This is where we start to see some changes from the other 2 pets. Faye is a big step up from Burnute and Shadow Puff. Even though its max level is still level 20, Faye's stats and spells really set it apart from the other first evolution pets. At level 20, Faye has 3 reliable astral multiples. Another great thing about Faye is that it only has an evolution line of 2, with just Faye and Cerazeg, meaning that you'll actually use fewer magic coins evolving this pet to its max evolution. Plus, Cerazeg itself has always been a solid pet to use, with spells slightly similar to Embershed's. I'd say that Embershed is better than Cerazeg, but for only using 50 magic coins to evolve Faye to get to Cerazeg, it's really cost effective to get this really solid pet, rather than wasting hundreds of magic coins evolving the Embershed line, which is 4 evolutions. Cracking the top 3 is going to be the new mythical epic Ceradox. This was a very hard pet to place on this list because of how solid and very close it was to our number 2 pet. With 2 super solid AoE multiples, a healing spell, and a mythical epic special, this pet can definitely do some damage in PvP. Plus, Ceradox is a speedy type pet, meaning it actually has a hidden multiple buff that makes it do more damage when casting multiple spells. However, what really brings this pet down and why it wasn't higher on the list was the accessibility. This pet is only for people that have a plus membership and above, so only a few people can actually use this pet, and our number 2 pet, I'd argue, is way more accessible than Ceradox. And that pet we've already talked about is Cerazeg. Ever since this pet has come out, it's always been a solid PvP candidate, having a plethora of multiples, and even after the battle system changes, it's still fairly viable. The only thing that sucks about this pet is the healing spell that it has in the 4th spell slot, but its other 3 pets really make up for it and carry the weight of Cerazeg. As an added bonus, since Faye, Cerazeg's first evolution, is in this treasure track as well as a free-to-play reward, it's accessible to pretty much anyone. Plus, like I said when talking about Faye, it's very cost effective, only needing 50 magic coins to evolve, the cheapest of any of the evolvable pets on this list. And finally, at the number 1 spot, which will not be a surprise to anyone, we have Barbarian. Funny enough, this mythical epic has had a shaky meta history. In the original Battle remake, this pet was a main dominator in PvP with its solid one-hit AoEs and high power singles. However, when the pet changes came along, Barbarian kept most of these same types of spells, which weren't great in the meta at the time. However, with the new and improved battle system that just came out a few months ago, Barbarian now works perfectly since the new system revived the use of Barbarian spell types. Barbarian comes with a super powerful single damage spell Smash and Boss Nature's Fury, which is Barbarian's mythical epic special. Plus, its single AoE Forest Twister can really do some cleanup damage. What's really great about Barbarian is that its spells are almost meant for each other. Let me put in an example of a battle here. First, you can cycle Smash and Boss Nature's Fury the first 2 rounds on whatever monster you'd like to get low, and then use the AoE Forest Twister to clean up any monsters that are at low health. The strategy is simple but very effective. Barbarian is great on the offensive and can get good damage in, as well as be a good cleanup unit to finish off other monsters and prevent damage. And what I really love about Barbarian is that even its 4th spell, Ambrosial Mist, which is a healing AoE, actually works great with this pet. If you didn't already know, Barbarian is a healer type pet, which actually works great because he can actually heal more health than other pet types. Plus, you won't have to worry about Barbarian dying super early since healer types also have exceptional health bonuses. So there you have it, every single pet in the Starry Knights treasure track ranked. The Starry Knights update brought some amazing pets to the PvP arena, and people are discovering new ideas every day. So what do you think of this list? Do you agree with the #1 choice? Let me know your own rankings and your best pet teams in the comments below. I read every single one, and I'm always looking for new team ideas to try out and share with you all. YouTube thinks you're gonna love this video popping up on screen right now. See if YouTube's right. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.